Good evening, dear friends and colleagues who are joining via Zoom and Facebook, and who are joining from Tajikistan and from other countries. Welcome to English Without Borders Thursday series of webinars. So today we are hosting Mirzosharif Sharipov. I'm so happy to introduce him today. He is also one of our active members and the one who presented in the poster session during the English Without Borders National Conference in November in 2021. So let me just give you some brief information about Mirzosharif. Mirzosharif Sharipov has been working at the Russian Tajik Slavonic University for 3 years, where he teaches English, and he graduated from this university at Linguistics department. And last year in 2021, he obtained 2 Cambridge certificates, TKT, that is Teaching Knowledge Test, and CELT-S, Certificate in English Language Teaching Secondary. Since February 2019, Mirzosharif has been a leader in a TED-ED club in Tajikistan, a program that supports students in discovering, developing, and sharing their ideas in the forms of TED-style talks. He's the first one who brought TED-ED Club to Tajikistan. His goal is to introduce the TED Club for other teachers and help them have this club at schools or out of schools. I'm sure that many of our participants know about TED Club. It's TED Talks are really popular, and you might have watched them in YouTube. But there is a lot more, beyond that, which we don't know about. And Mirzosharif is the one, as we mentioned, is the first one actually who brought this to Tajikistan. And today he will give more insight into this club, and I believe that it will be really interesting for both English teachers and students to learn about this kind of opportunity. So the topic is, it's introducing TED-ED Club and what is it, and the benefits of being in TED-ED Club. So more you will learn during this session from Mirzosharif, and now I'll give the floor to Mirzosharif. Mirzosharif, please use this opportunity to share all your experience, knowledge, and skills you have obtained through this program with our audience today. Thank you.
Share screen. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Apaguloro, for such a wonderful introduction. And thank you again for giving me an opportunity to lead this webinar. To be honest, I have been looking for an opportunity to share this program abroad, but the English Without Border really helped me to share this. It was on English webinar conference where I was a poster, but right now they give me an opportunity to do this, like, and online, and to share this between you all. And thank you again for this. And I'm sure that, as Apai Gloro mentioned, that you are aware of TED Talks, and you definitely watch them, and I'm sure that you use the TED Talks during your lessons. But today we are going to talk about TED Ed Club or TED Ed. Uh, but firstly, let me tell you that where I got this idea from. In 2016, I went to Russia to receive my master's. And from there, I started volunteering at the American Center in Moscow at US Embassy. And from there, I was as a volunteer, as I mentioned, and there were the other volunteers. And one of the volunteers was like a leader of TED Club. And from there, I got this idea, and I really wanted to bring this to my country. When I came back to Tajikistan in 2019, and I came to American Space and Makerspace in Dushanbe, and I talked to them, and I thought that I have this idea. I need your help, and they really supported me. And in February, I applied an application for the TED Club to lead the TED Club in Dushanbe, and they accepted me, and I had my club here, and there was nine club members, 9 students who took part in it, and we just made it till the end. As you know, that TED Talks, they give a talk in a stage in a green zone, and we did the same. The students really come up with an idea, and they share this idea. But now let's talk what's really TED Club is, and it's really part of the TED. You know that TED is a non-partisan, non-profit program which supports the others to share their ideas. TED began in 1984 as a conference where they touched only the technology, entertainment, and design, but now they touch all the topics from science to business and global issues like global warming. You know that the TED's there in many languages. You can watch it in many languages. And TED has also different programs and initiatives. And you know that TEDx, TED Fellows, TED Club, TED Translator. But today we are going to talk about TED Ed. So what is TED Ed? TED Ed is a youth and educational platform where it's the TED Ed itself is for the students and for the educators, where they will provide an international platform for the teachers to create their own interactive lessons, to help the students to think globally, to share their ideas globally. And this program will help them to do this. But what is TED Club? So TED Club is a platform or a program that supports students in discovering, developing, and sharing their ideas in form of TED style talk. And you know, from my childhood, I really had such kind of scareness during the school time to go to the stage and to give a talk, to share the idea. And I think a lot of students who have this fearness, this scareness. But this program will really help you, your students, to give a really good talk or to share the idea in a TED style talk. It's also a space for students to explore and think critically and discuss ideas. So the program has 13 sessions or explorations that the educator will teach the students. So the program, at the end of the program, they will share their talks, and that will be recorded by the leader, and then they will send it to the TED at YouTube channel. If your student will be selected, they will be invited to the TED Club as a speaker. They have a conference in New York twice a year. We did this with my students, and their talks were really good. And even at the end of the presentation, I will send the link of my students where they give talks, and it's uploaded on the TED official channel. We were invited to New York not as a speaker, but we were invited as a participants but unfortunately we couldn't find some financial support, but we joined them online. Uh, so so what should a leader do in this? The TED Club has a deadline to apply an application to have your TED Club in your country or in your town, and you will apply it as a leader, but the leader should be older than 18 years old, but the club members should be, because it has an age limit, and they have to be from 7 to 18 years old. This means that only secondary school students can be part of this program or can be the members of this. But the leader can be older than 18. You can be an educator, you can be a teacher, you can be a student at the same time. You can run it. In schools, you can do that in school, out of the schools, or some educational centers, as I did it at the American Space and Makerspace Dushanbe. It has an application process, and I will show you later. So meeting, and in TED Club meetings and club members. The club members are your students. So number of the students, it doesn't matter how many you can have. So you can run your club with 2 or 3 club members. Then you can just join the others. So what they will get from it, they will just do critical thinking about the idea that they will come up with. So the signature activity of a TED Club is club members sharing and debating. While discussing, they will debate about the idea that they have. The TED provides with the TED Talks and TED Ed lessons. During your clubs, as I told you that there are 13 lessons. During that lessons, you will just touch some talks, or the TED Club will suggest you that you have to do this. So in general, as a leader, you have your curriculum, your syllabus, or your guidebook, and the students have their own ideas book too, which you will work with. So as I told you that they will develop an idea. So and the good thing is that the club members will also gain skills and storytelling, storyboarding, production, making presentation, and giving a talk like in a TED style talk. And this part is very important because as the club, TED Club, you can connect with the other clubs around the world, because there are lots of the TED Club around the world. You can have a connection online, like Zoom. You can share. You can let your students to talk with the other students. They can share their ideas globally. It is as a part of the TED Club, and that TED Club will give you this opportunity. They have a page on Facebook where you will be part of it too. So taking action inspired by ideas worth spreading. As global citizens, TED Club members are encouraged to take actions after watching each TED talks, like discussing it, making debates. These actions could take the form of the exploring the community service, participating in political events, pursuing critical outlines, and making animation using TED Club. So what will the so the TED Arms is to stimulate and celebrate the creative ideas of students everywhere, to connect students from different parts, as I told you, and to provide an online platform. As I told you, to create this idea, you need a place where they will support you with like projectors, with notebooks, to run this club. To support students in developing presentation and public speaking skills. So during the club, you can invite some, some good speakers, or those one who are good at making presentation, you can invite them and they can run a presentation and teach your students. To make an idea, as the main arm is that the students will discover, develop, and share. So the TED Club is the students should do these three things: discover what, develop, and share. So an idea, and so to make an idea be heard, develop, present, and to work with them, will be able to solve the problems. So as I told you, that was first cycle, and there is some talks I just took from the YouTube. These are from my students I gave. You know that, for instance, Ahmad Yosir took global warming in Central Asia, and he really gave a good presentation. Yeah, this is the first TED Club team in Tajikistan, and the end was very good. The American Space helped us to to manage everything, the stage, to record it and to upload it to the TED Club YouTube channel. So what I would like to tell you that so why TED Club is important for the students, because after being part of the TED Club, after giving the talk, your students CV or application will look very good, because in their CV or in their application they will mention that they give a talk in TED Club, because TED Club, it's known by the world, and every program, every universities know this. And if they apply for some abroad universities, this really will help them to to be the best applicant. So for you as an educator to be part of the TED Club, so firstly it will make your CV look perfect, and then the TED Club will give you the opportunity to be part of the TED in general. So let me show you. The TED, I have the okay, just a moment. Yes, I have the. Can you see the screen? Yeah, I have the membership because I had 3 time of leading the TED Club. I have a membership, and each time if any events appears for the TED leaders, they will share with me, and they will let me know that you can join the the webinar or the discussion with the others. As you can see that it can be about everything, even though you'll be able to talk to the speakers from TED Talks who give talks, right? And it's like it's on Zoom, and you will like have a discussion with the others. So this part is very important for uh for for you as a leader. So, and it has, as I'll tell you, that it has an application process, but it also has a deadline. So the deadline for the next application is opens on November 16 and closes on March in 2022, which means that you still have time to get ready for the application. And I am here to help you with the application. So here I think it's impossible to open the application form, but I will generally tell you that while filling the application, they will ask you, do you know anyone, any leader from your country? You can just type my name, Mirzo or Mirzosharif, and then, and I'm sure that they will accept your application. Then they will give you a platform where you will download your curriculum, your idea journals for the students and for you to guide how to run the class. But now let me show you the students' ideas book. What topics are there for the 16 classes? lessons. Let me show you the, can you see this? It's opening, right? Okay. This one is Students Talk Leaders Guidebook. And each student, they should have this book, and you need to, you need to print this. But while filling the application, they will let you know that while applying this program or while running this program, you are not allowed to ask some donors, some, some financial aid, because they don't let you do this because it's for free. And the students, you don't have to ask like money from those students because it's for free. Okay, this is the students guidebook, and it starts with a name. They will write, each of them will write their names, and welcoming. And this is like, let me tell you that explorations, like the first explorations is about tell us who you are. Here, this TED Club will tell you, and this, as I told you, that it's divided into 3 parts: discover, develop, and share. Now we are on discover. So the first one is tell us who you are, and the second, discover great ideas. And in each exploration, you have some TED talks, some TED lessons where you can put, let your students watch it and discuss it and to come up with an idea. So these, I think the 4 explorations for discovering, and from 5th one starts developing. So build your through lines. You will let them know what through line, and the TED will help you to do this, and plan your talk arc. And in each explorations, you are allowed to invite some other speakers to run this or to have their own presentation. So it depends on you to make presentations to let them know how to present a TED, their ideas in a TED Talk style. Research and support your idea. So the next part starts with sharing, like practice, add practice, where we will help them to practice and to add their talks. And you will help them to, and of course, as a leader, you will help them to come up with an idea, right? Present your final rehearsal, and then record the talk. Even though the TED Club will help you how to record this and how to run the final talks. So to make a final talk, you are allowed to invite, if you do that at school, you can have an event, and you can invite the, the other teachers, the directors, and the other to be participants, or to watch this. So this is for the explorations that you will be teaching. If okay, I think there was something. And as you still have time for the deadline, I can share with you the TED, the ideas book and the students book with you. You can have like a demo club. It's not officially, but you can have your demo club. It can be only for improving their critical thinking, for improving their speaking, right? You can do that at schools, not officially, but you can use the materials from the TED Club, and you can run like an official TED Club, which helps you to make your students be aware of it, to come up with an idea, to share, to give a talk, to to open, to help your students that in what part they are good at, or to come up with a really good idea which will be heard by the others. Okay. I think, yeah, as I told you, it has an age limit. And while filling the application, you need to take the time, the period that you will start. You can do that in 3 months. You can run it once in a week or twice in a week. It depends on you. And you can approximately you can have 60 minutes, and the teacher's idea book will tell you, the curriculum will help you how many minutes you need to run. So it depends on you in general. So I think that's it. If there is some questions, I really, or do you want to watch the TED from our students? If yes, we can
Maybe,
just put.
yeah,
Okay,
since we
let
have
me
to.
find this. Okay. Okay, let me do this. There's no sound. So what should we do? Наушник снят. So what?
Other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. My topic maybe will be interesting for all of you. It is really important for the human being and the whole world. I'm going to talk about global warming in Central Asia. So that's why if I choose the whole world, it's gonna be really hard for me. And in the past century, human activities have raised a large amount of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Yeah, okay. And for example, like from where did the gases come from? It's come from burning fossil fuels to produce energy, of course. And for example, carbon dioxide gas can stay in the atmosphere for nearly a century. That's a lot of time, I know. And so Earth will continue to warm up in the future. A bunch of ideas how to solve this problem, but before saying them, I want to show a short video from NASA that they have it. So yeah, here we go. Yeah. So as this short video showed that we have less ice there in the sea architect as I got this video, and it's from the NASA, and it's really kind of frightening a bit. And so now let's go to some ideas how to solve this problem in Central Asia. First of all, in Central Asia, we don't have that big like recycling systems. At least we can have like 5 or 6 it will be really like helpful for ours. Secondly, we have to do some cleaning. I mean, not only the government, even the citizens of that country, or let's say city. I mean, how? Now, it's gonna be hard if one person or two like people do it. And like each neighbors, like they will help each other for cleaning their own territory at least. And if they don't do it, so they will pay some fines. Like they will pay, like put a person responsible for it, and they can do it. Third, maybe the government can do as a favor, and like as US or the European countries, they can have a big place for putting unrecyclable waste there. I mean the trash, like a big place. And now I will name some animals that are dying from global warming. It is really hard that animals, our like kind of next friend, except our friends, are dying. And now this is the picture of like the first animal that is dying from the global warming: polar bear, koala, common clownfish, imperial penguin, Monroe's butterfly, and Adelie penguin. And an animal that are already died from global warming, I mean by humans, is a small rodent. It is an Australian one, especially, and it's the first mammal that died from global warming and doesn't extinct anymore. And so, in some countries, especially in Central Asia, we don't have that much, recycling here. So I've got a list of, 25 recyclers. So the first place has Germany. That's really good. Germany has the first place in recycling. That's really good. Second place, Singapore. Singapore is awesome, doing a really good job. And I don't know, this one Wales, and this is really good. So this is great because, and this is 25 countries, and the last one is unfortunately United States, but it's doing a great job. And of course, in conclusion, I want to say that we need to take part and stop global warming and other effects on climate change. If the Earth continues to warm up in the future, the living things on the Earth will continue to be extinct due to it. We have to take one stand forward and try to stop global warming, and the world would be a safer place to live on. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah. As you can see, this talk was published on official TEDx channel, and this is really good for your students, to be their talks uploaded there, because it's very important for them. So okay, yeah, you definitely will help them, and they will touch any topics, any ideas, and you definitely will help them. And a TED will the idea book will really help them to how to deliver this talk, how to discover, as I told you. So yeah, that's it. If you have got any questions, please.
Yep. Thank you, Mirzosharif, for such a nice presentation on TED Club. For me, this was like the first time I've heard of this kind of platform where students, can meet with others around the world and develop their speaking skills and general knowledge. And thank you. And like you've done a really great job that you're the first person introducing the TED Club in Tajikistan. We have a lot of like comments, and we have a lot of maybe questions from English teachers that often say that how we can develop our students' speaking skills. And I think this is a great opportunity for both teachers and students, be involved in such kind of activities where they can constantly, develop speaking skills And also I'm sure that in this club they don't only develop speaking skills. There are other fields in which they will be actively engaged and develop other skills. So we've got some questions from the audience, and Parvina Sodiqova is asking if there is such a club in Khujand. And yeah.
I think there isn't any club because the first that we did, it was in Dushanbe. So why didn't I continue doing this? Because I started working at the university. It's impossible to do this with the students because of the age limit. But there isn't any such kind of club in Tajikistan. There was some TEDx, but it's different. They will just give one talk. But the TEDx club is you just help your students. This club will help your students, of course, with your help. And if you are from Hujan, you can just be the first one to run this club. But I haven't heard any club in Hujan. There isn't any. But they can use some TED Talks, but it's different. But TED, and I will share the materials with you, where you can, with these materials, you can work with your students and to increase their critical thinking, making presentation, and of course giving a talk. It's like their notebook. Definitely share with you that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mirza Sharif. One of the English Aloud Board's goals is to connect people and connect opportunities. And here we have a really great opportunity. Those who want to open such a club in their like region or city, you can contact us. We can put you in touch with Mirza Sharif, and Mirza Sharif can help you, open and run this club. And you might be the first person in your region, right? As Mirza Sharif has been the first person in Tajikistan, and he has been doing that like in Dushanbe so far. But you can, take it, to the other region and, run that. Thank you, Mirza Sharif, for such a great initiative that you have taken. So we have got a question from Rukhsora Mamad Zaripova. Some of the questions that our audience asking, you have already talked about that, but some of the audience, they joined later. So yeah, so we have question like, what is the criteria to choose a TED ad video for classroom activities?
Mhm.
So is there any criteria to choose maybe a topic?
So when you start running this, for example, in your first lesson, you have your curriculum, and regarding to that topic, there was some talks that TED will suggest you to play this to your students. For example, the first is to know each other or to come up with an idea. Uh, there is a talk, I think, what's a great idea? There is a TED talk, and it starts with it, and each explorations, there are some TED talks that regarding to that part of, as I shared the explorations, right? And each of them has the TED lessons or TED talks where you can run it with your students.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you. And the question from Timur Kobek, is there certain technical criteria for uploading students' videos on the TED website?
Tech. Thank you for the question. Yeah, when you finish, when you download everything, it has their its platform where will guide you to upload their talks. And while uploading, they will ask you, will you nominate your student to be like a speaker in, as I showed you, in New York conference. And when you nominate, and you should write the biography, you know, the introduction of the talk and the brief introduction. And this will guide you, that platform will guide you how to upload this. It's at the end of the club when you finish, when you give the final where the students go give the final talk, and you record this, and they will show you how to upload this. It's not so hard, but you need internet, very strong internet, where I used in American Space Dushanbe's internet.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Natya is saying that they have similar project that is called Talk at Progress. Maybe you have heard of that
Not
at my
really.
school, and it really helps students. Maybe Natya, if you can take like 1 or 2 minutes to talk about what kind of project it is to our audience.
Well, I don't think it's known because we just do it locally at our school in Batsumi. So it mustn't be known for others. It's just similar to TED-Ed. That's why I mentioned.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so next question from Firdaus. He's asking what age the student should be to join this club.
7 to 8 years old. It has an age limit. Well, you need to, while applying, you need to just click that your students are 7 and 18 years old.
Okay, thank you. So Munavar Zaripova is asking if there is also if there are some tips, like for debate there are tips, you know, to use but are there any tips, you know, for the TED clubs for the speakers to use?
Yes, because while coming up to an idea, they will share their ideas to others, and there you can make a small debate with your students. For example, why global warming is an issue, you can make a debate for them. Or while watching a TED talk, you can make also a debate for them. Just, you know, taking the main topic from that talk and to make it like a debate.
Okay. So Nasiba is asking if it is possible to organize TED club tournament for students across Tajikistan via English Without Borders project.
It's not like a tournament, but we can, for example, if someone runs, or we can make like a big conference or a big event where lots of the club members from different part, if for instance in Hujan they will have their own club, and we can make the final talk in somewhere else. I think for ourselves we can make like a small tournament. Yeah, it's a good idea, really. It encourages the students to to go on to keep developing themselves. Yeah, it's a really good idea, but the only thing is that we need to study all the sessions from the TED Club. It should be officially like.
Okay. Yep. That's a good idea. So we can
Yes.
Mirzosharif, you can take a lead on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
So Tamano's question is if there is a list of required topics that students need to get prepared, or the topics are kind of, they are randomly chosen, or
Yeah, there isn't any list for the students to select the idea. So the main idea is, as I told you, that they will discover, develop, and share. They will discover the idea by themselves. For example, they can talk about computer games in their life. They can work on it. They can make an idea great, and they can make a really good talk with this. And there isn't any list, but you can just you can suggest them to give this what you like, because and the TED idea book will help the students to come up with a. Unfortunately, I don't have the TED students book, but yeah, this book will help them to come up with an idea. Yeah, this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. And what is the minimum duration and minimum and maximum duration of the video itself? Asks Bakhtiyor Davat Murada.
Thank you. So the minimum is starts from 5 to 8 minutes, like TED Talks, in general TEDs. It shouldn't be more, because more is, but they can use presentations, videos, short videos, but 4 to 8 minutes.
Thank you. Mirangiz's question is, what what level of students should we encourage to join the TED Club? So what do you think that level of English proficiency and knowledge should be?
Very good question. In my experience, and I think that it starts from intermediate to upper intermediate, because they need to have a very good English to deliver their idea clearly, which will be understood by the others. Yes, I think that they can be.
Okay. So yeah, we have witnessed, from the video that that was your student, right? So he was very flexible, very like open and confident while he was talking. And I think this comes, with practicing, right? The more you practice, the better you will, the more confident you will feel when you start, presenting. So Madina's question is it possible to make a video with 2, 3 speakers talking about one thing in one video?
I think no. It's because as a TED Talks, they generally one person gives a talk in a stage, right? If it's 2, 3 people, it will like panel discussion or something like this. There only should be one person to talk, unfortunately. Yeah.
So we should differentiate that from the debate, where in debate, like there are several people talking, over one topic, and then each of them, just either refuting the others, point, or things like that, right? That is different.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Parvina is asking, can I just open a club and talk to some girls about gender equality?
By the name of TED Club, I think no. I mean, you can gather them and you can just encourage them to come up uh, with like with this idea about gender equality or something like this, but you can just teach them only one thing. This is not, TED is not for that, because you help them to find out an idea and to discover and share this, not about only one topic, unfortunately.
So, Mr. Sharif, that the question that I want to ask you a question that um, can you just name the skills, particularly from your experience? What skills your students have developed, throughout the engagement in the, club activities? You might have had different students, right? Some came like not having like high level of confidence while talking. Others may have had, very little information about certain topics. So you might have had different like students. And from your observation, could you please talk more about the progress students have made, both like in terms of language, just knowledge, maybe other social skills? If you can talk more about that.
Yeah, thank you. The first thing that my students got is that they avoid the scariness and avoid being in the stage. and giving a talk. I really observed this, and I really saw this, that we had some practice, but during the final talk, they were different. They lost us, and this was very important part of it. And the next is like brainstorming and critical thinking, storytelling, because during the club they shared some stories, and of course making presentation during this, because this club will help them to make presentations as well, and to give a talk in a style, TED style, TED Talk style. Yeah, these skills, they got really these skills from this program, and the arm is this, the main arm of it.
Thank you, Mirzosharif. How much focus was on pronunciation? Because uh, pronunciation and clearly pronouncing the words also plays kind of a big role, because you're talking to the audience, and if the speech is not clear, but you might give really good information, useful information, but if the speech is not clear, if the pronunciation of certain words is wrong, then I mean, you can also, lose, some points in that.
Yeah, that's very important. And while rehearsing, we solved this problem, and there were other experts with me, and we just we listened to their talk before the final, and we corrected them. Everything should be clear, the pronunciation, as you said, and because it's a talk, and every word should be clear for them, and the meaning of it should be clear, the construction of the sentence and language should be clear. And yeah, as a leader, you can ask the others, and you yourself, you can help your students to avoid these problems while the final talk, and you will definitely will help time to do this while rehearsing.
Yeah. Do you have like special, I mean, videos or special lessons that you give them to do listening, to also practice their pronunciation? So are there certain practice besides the lesson plan that you get from the club itself? What other resources do you have you personally used, with your students?
To be honest with you, no, I really didn't use this, but you, as the future leaders, you can do this. But I asked the expert, the coordinators from the American space. They just helped me, but we didn't use any extra materials or services.
Okay, the lesson plan itself had really comprehensible, resources.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So, Mr. Sharif, you have inspired so many English teachers here that they really want to run such a club, at their institutions. And we have got a question from Gloro. She's saying, can we conduct TEDx club or conferences between different universities?
Yes, universities not, but schools, yes, because it also has an age limit. If we talk about universities, this will be TEDx, right?
Yeah, she meant TEDx.
We can do this. And as you run the TEDx club, you will be closer to this. And if you apply for the TEDx conference, your application will be, accepted. Yes, to be honest, I have an idea to do this with the American space and with the English Without Borders, and I really have and the TEDx will be I have an idea. The TEDx will be related to to the teachers of English language, and it will be really good to do this to TEDx. But the TEDx is another thing, and we need to apply for that too, because it has lots of things to be aware before applying this. Yes, it's a really good idea. I think in University of Central Asia they had one TEDx in Horok, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they have. Yeah. So I'm so happy that Mirza Sharif, you have come up with this topic. You presenting it, and you're giving so many ideas to teachers. And we're starting thinking of future collaborative projects. So not just saying maybe not only just between universities, it could be also between countries, and we can do that via Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Jen.
So yeah, I mean here English Without Borders, we are providing this platform and opportunity for teachers to meet, to share ideas, to come up with new ideas and projects, and just we need to stay in contact, in touch, and keep contacting each other, making this network alive so that we can think of bigger projects in the future, right? So thank you so much, Mirza Sharif. You have, opened kind of a new world to us. For those who haven't been, introduced with the TED Club. So this is a quite new platform for us. I mean, for me personally, and I believe for others too. So I think you will be contacted by many. And again, I'm reminding you, dear participants, if you have any, ideas that you come up later and you want to share, so please contact us, contact Mirzo Sharif. We can, work together, and we can think of as I said, bigger projects, and collaborate on if not weekly basis, we can collaborate like on monthly basis. We can meet like once a month and think of projects like this. Thank you very much again, dear participants, for your active participation, for your questions, and thank you, Mirzo Sharif, for your wonderful presentation. And we hope that Mirzo Sharif will come up with new ideas, and next he will be bringing something else, if not about the TED Club, maybe about other topics that he I'm sure that Mirzo Sharif has a lot of things to share. So we'll be happy to host you, Mirzo Sharif. So thank you, everyone who joined us today. We wish everyone a good evening, and we will see next Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you.